If you're starting a work from home job in India and don't know which tools to learn first, then this video saves you weeks of confusion. In the next 10 minutes, you'll know exactly which tools to use, which tools to install, which tools matter, and the one skill in each that makes you look like a professional from day one. Hi, my name is Jeet. I've been working as a corporate professional since the past 9 years. I've been working from home since the past 5 years. And the tools I'm going to talk about are the tools that I use on a day to day basis. They are a part of my ecosystem at work and my personal life as well. So let's just get into it, guys. I'll quickly screen share and we'll get going. So I've divided this into 4 pods, the entire work from home toolkit. We have our communication pod, we have our productivity pod, we have our core skills, and we have AI tools. Let's start from the most common tool, the most important tool that is needed for a remote setting, that's Google Workspace. Now, either you're looking at a tech agency or non-tech agency, advertising agency, just a solopreneur, a freelancer, whatever sort of a work it is, Google Workspace is something that is probably the most common and the most needed tool in any dimension or any requirement. Okay. If you look at any work from home job requirements, they will have pretty much majority of the Google tools, Google Workspace tools as a kind of a mandatory requirement. All right. We're talking about some basic tools like Google Docs, Google Sheets, Google Calendar, Google Gmail as well. And it's very important for you guys to master it. One reason being it offers you a lot of flexibility. It offers a lot of online things to happen, like you can do a lot of real-time changes live on the doc, which if two people are having access to the same document, they can just see those changes live. So it saves you a lot of time. It saves you a lot of energy. It saves a lot of back and forth as well. And it saves you with all the hassle, right? It's the same for Google Docs, for Google Sheets. You can do all those live editings and comments and all those things. Like I just added a comment few minutes back. I can reply to a comment. Let's say this is done. Probably you can tag your teammates over here as well on a fresh comment. Let's just try to do it right now. Yeah, there you go. So you see how easy that was? And this is the reason why it's so much important, right? So if you guys are using Android ecosystem, probably you guys are already familiar with a few of the tools out here. Although I'm pretty sure you are not using it for productivity on a day-to-day basis, but it's high time you started right now. Okay, let's move on to the next one, which is Canva. Now, Canva is an all-in-one design tool. So either if you're talking about mostly if you want to get into a creative working space, let's say if you want to get into uh, creative designs for social media management companies, or maybe you want to design, let's say, ad creatives, you want to edit some reels, very basic things, you can do it. Okay, it's almost like a multiverse of its own, guys. Trust me, the more I say, I feel I've said less. It has almost everything into it. You've got presentations, video editing, you've got whiteboard, you've got sheets, you've got website designs. I don't know, like, just go ahead and explore this, guys. But if you want to get into that creative space, probably Canva is the best tool where you can get started and learn all these stuffs. Okay. Now we'll move on to the next one, which is Google Meet or Zoom. Pretty much we are at the communication spot right now. Now, uh, Google Meet or Zoom are the most predominantly used communication or meeting systems out there, or meeting tools. You got to know how to join calls, share screens, mute, unmute, manage meetings confidently, right? You cannot uh, get into a remote setting if you don't know how to use Google Meet, because you'll need to do that session on a Google Meet. You need to join. They'll probably send you a Zoom link or something like that. If you don't know how to use it, you will just freak out, and it's so much important for you to know it. Okay, go ahead and explore. I would say Zoom is something that I prefer a lot. It's something that we use on a day-to-day basis. Although Google Meet is something we do use too, but it's just both of them have their own flexibilities. Both of them have their own pros and cons. I would definitely recommend you to just master or learn either of them, because if you know how to use Google Meet, you know how to use Zoom. It's pretty simple. Okay, you've got a lot of AI integration things happening to these these meeting sessions as well. You can record the sessions. You can get the transcripts of the sessions. You can attach a lot of third-party note takers and all. You can integrate it to your meeting sessions and all that to make it super, duper informative. And you can be like productivity can be at its peak. Okay. Or make sure you always test your camera, you test your microphone, you test your internet before these meetings, because if you have a weak internet or something like that, probably it's going to start lagging. It's not going to be that efficient again. Okay. Let's move into the next one, which is instant messaging tools. We've got tools like Slack, we've got tools like Skype, and all such tools. We personally use Slack a lot at work. The reason being it's super flexible. It's something that I have gotten used to a lot. You can share files, you can do a lot of work comms over there. You can integrate teams, you can create like multiple channels, add different peoples from the team, you can share files and all that on a real time basis. Uh, it's up to preferences of different people. Like I've got like a lot of clients who use Microsoft Teams as well. I've got my clients who use Skype. Even some people keep it very much simple. They use WhatsApp, right? But see, WhatsApp falls into that general usage category, right? You need to know some kind of a professional tool that you can use for, let's say, uh, messages and communicating in between, like those inter-team communications and all that stuff. So feel free to explore such tools. I personally love Slack, and so we have to keep on using it, and it's super amazing. The backstory behind Slack, if you know it, you'll probably love it more, because Slack was designed, I'm not sure, it was designed more like, I think they came out as a gaming app or something like that, or an instant messenger for a gaming app or something like that. And it just blew up, and now it's a standalone tool. So let's move on to the next one, which are generative AI tools. These include the most common ones. We've got GPT, we've got Claude, we've got DeepSeek. Some of you might know it, some of you may not. We've got like some research LLM tools or Gen AI tools like Perplexity, and a bunch of tools that are out there, right? Like you've got your image generation tools, which is Nano Banana by Gemini. Gemini is also one of the generative AI tools anyway. So why Gen AI tools are so much important? Because a lot of the things that you do at work, pretty much you can get it done through Gen AI. Okay, you don't need to type out a lot of documents manually. You can just go to ChatGPT and probably just get it, like generated. You can go to Claude, you can get it generated. They have advantages and disadvantages of their own. For example, a good thing that I like to do, it's something that has kept me very much productive at work as well, which is I use ChatGPT more for prompt gen. Okay, so let's say if I want to maybe uh, generate a very basic level ad copy or something like that, I'll probably give ChatGPT the prompt to give me a prompt that I can feed it to Claude, which gives me the final copy. Again, you guys might use different tools for different stuffs, but it's just a combination that I like to use myself. Okay. Now, if you look at very basic stuff, ChatGPT and all, you can definitely learn how to use it. If you do, you are ahead of the game. For example, a lot of agencies or a lot of companies do have their own bots and all embedded into it, right? They've got their own ChatGPT bots, they've got their own custom bot links and all, which can do a lot of the heavy lifting, and need to know how to coordinate between those bots, how to give prompts to it. And prompt engineering, you must have seen, is probably again one of the most important job roles out there. And you need to know how to give your Gen AI tool good prompts. If you don't give good prompts, you don't get good results, and you just lag behind again. Okay, so do explore these Gen AI tools and make sure you use it well. And Master probably is one of them. If you know how to use any of the Gen AI tools, if you know how to use ChatGPT, probably most of you guys know how to use it, then you probably will know how to use Claude and DeepSeek. Again, you don't need to buy the paid version of all these tools. If you're just starting off, just the free version is enough. You can get started with that and you can master it. Okay. So moving on to web browsing and OS basics, right? Now, obviously, you'll need to swipe through different work systems and open, probably, let's say, download a quick file, bookmark something, open extension, or probably, like, uh, let's say if you are into social media agency, you want to check which ads have pixels embedded into it, so you can see if that website is being tracked or something like that. Now, these are more advanced stuffs and all, but obviously you need to know how to use browsers, right? I personally use a lot of I personally use Chrome a lot. As you can see, I'm using a Windows ecosystem, so I'm more of a Chrome guy. Whatever it is, it will be very much important for you guys to navigate through all these different tabs or different screens. For example, we've got like this open, that open, and a bunch of tabs, right? You can attach a lot of extensions to it. Nowadays, extensions are also pretty much trending. You can use different types of extensions embedded to your browsers that makes you super productive, that makes you kind of, like have multiple hands for the same project. Okay. I've seen recently a lot of AI automation tools kind of have their own Chrome extension. So you don't need to like get a fancy backend automation tool like N8N or something like that, or anti-gravity or something, I don't know, but you just need to have that extension. It does a lot of the heavy lifting. Although it's going to consume a lot of tokens, but I think it's enough. If you do not understand what I said in the last few seconds, it's absolutely fine, guys. I wanted to make this beginner friendly, but I just slipped off. Anyway, so we have Google Drive next. Yes, it's very much important because it's like a stack of all the files, all the documents, all the resources that you're going to use or your teams are going to use. You need to use it because you're not going to get into that offline setting. It's not going to be like you use your system as a kind of a resource stack for saving your files and all. You'll be using uh, a remote space somewhere that's going to be on a Google Drive or maybe a OneDrive, I don't know, something like that. But it's very much important for you to understand how Google Drive functions, at least the basics of it, how to create links on Google Drive, how to share access to Google Drive, and all those kind of things. So make sure you master this and you learn this as well. Okay. Now, just to sum it up, guys, step one is very simple. You install and you set up. Use the free accounts, use the desktop apps as well. You don't have to get into the paid accounts and all that. Keep it simple. Step two is learn the basics. You don't have to get into very advanced stuff. Okay, get into the core features, learn the shortcuts, learn the basics, and then you can slowly advance. And step three is start using them. All right, either if you're already working, if you're not, doesn't matter, start using them on a day-to-day basis. Maybe just open a Google Doc, write an article, maybe just open a Google Sheet and just type what you do. Make like a chart of your daily activities or your time study or something like that. So that's how you're going to get help, guys. Okay. With that being said, if you are starting a work from home job in India, if you're looking for it, probably this video should help you out a lot. What we discuss on this call, I have so much meetings and all, I'm just used to saying calls and meetings all the time. So in this video, we've discussed around 7 to 8 tools, wherein we've got our communication space, we've got our editing space, we've got our Gen AI space, we've got like the entire ecosystem that you need to learn. In the next video, we can go a little bit more advanced. We can talk about, let's say, very basic UI UX tool designs like Figma. We can talk about some automation stuffs like Zapier, N8N. We can talk about some uh, tools like like project management tools like Asana, Notion, all those kind of things. And I can probably make you like a remote work pro, right? So if you love this, please subscribe and drop a comment on which tool scared you the most. And I'll drop a free checklist below as well for you guys. All right, I'll see you on the next video, guys. You guys take care.